It is time for Seattle Sips, where we check out some amazing drinks in our area.
Yeah, and today we're joined by Rebarnini with Tomo. Welcome.
Well, thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming in. So you're a small family-owned tasting menu restaurant in White Center. Tell us about it and tell us about the team behind it.
Absolutely. So we opened in 2021, excuse me.
So pretty new.
Our chef, pretty new. We opened during the pandemic. Our chef is Brady Williams. He's a former James Beard Award winner, formerly from Camless, and prior to that he worked at a pizza restaurant in Brooklyn called Roberta's.
Oh yeah, I know Roberta's.
Yeah, it's great. And our team is really diverse. You know, our chef de cuisine is from Venezuela. Our pastry chef is from Taos, New Mexico. So there's a lot of influences in the food. It's really cool. We bring together a lot of seasonal ingredients, and our thing is really we have big relationships with all of our suppliers. So we know the people who have our produce, we know the people who are fishing for the stuff you're eating on your plate, you know, and I think that that makes the food really special.
Yeah, I think that's beautiful. So you do have a 5-course tasting menu. Tell us a little more about what that looks like and how it pairs with the wine.
Absolutely. So every night we do a tasting menu and we do wine pairings for it. And that tasting menu can change a lot depending on what's in season, how the chefs are feeling, etc. And what it looks like typically is you'll get some small plates. So right now we have some Dungeness crab rice to start with citrus and a Grenache Blanc sauce. Then we move into a sweet potato dish. Ooh. You get a little bit of beans with some beef tendon and lardo. And we finish off right now with porchetta. So the tasting menu is really lovely at the moment, but it changes all the time. So that's not necessarily representative of what you're going to get when you come in.
That sounds awesome. And how big is your wine list?
We have over 800 different varieties of wine. But you know, we have some really interesting things, some really unique things. We also try to keep things pretty accessible. So we have over 200 different wines from around the world, under $100 in price. And the wine pairing is very reasonable too. You get to try really cool stuff and you don't have to commit to a bottle then.
Great.
Excellent. So we do have 3 of your 800 different wines.
Exactly.
What are we trying today?
We have some really unique rosés that I think are perfect for spring. They have a lot of substance to them, so they're not just summer drinking wines. And at the same time, I think they really show off the kind of breadth of the wine we carry at Tomo. The wine that we carry focuses on lower intervention wines and really small producers, but they're producers with a lot of history. So I'm going to start right here with Clos Cibon Tradition. This is from Côte de Provence in the south of France, very near to the water. And this is 90% Tibourine, 10% Grenache. Tibourine is a native grape to that region and pretty unusual to see. This wine is aged for a year in large barrels before it is bottled. So it has a really nice texture to it, a little bit of salt, a little bit of nuttiness, and I think is really fun with a lot of different food.
That's fabulous.
Oh, I love that.
That's great.
Yeah, a little bit of kind of like
amazing.
underripe strawberry to it.
Oh,
but
I
you
get that.
Like kind of a complex, longer finish too.
Yeah.
It's very fun.
I love it.
This one has a different look to it, too. It looks kind of foggy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So this wine, like almost all the wine at Tomo, is unfiltered and unfined. So that means it has no chemical process done to it to clarify it, to make it look clear in the bottle. So you really are getting like the entire grape in this case. And this wine is also unfiltered and unfined, and so is this one. But I think that just shows off that you can have a really traditional looking wine that's still really, really natural. All of these are organically farmed as well.
Oh, that's
Beautiful.
wonderful.
Let's give it a try.
So this is Limus Double Up Dawn Patrol from South Australia, Mount Gambier. And it is a blend of Pinot Noir and Sauvignon Blanc. I think this wine is super fun. It kind of reminds me almost of like a jalapeno margarita.
Oh, that's Mariah's favorite.
You have spoken my language.
I think I know what your favorite's going to be here.
I think so.
Cheers.
Cheers. So is this a little for like a warmer day in that case?
Maybe, yeah, but I think it can also warm you up because it's got some spice.
It does.
I
I
dig that.
love that.
It tastes so wildly different from the first one that we had, too.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting
wonderful.
because I think people really lump rosés together, but they can be so
Definitely.
individual.
Yeah, you know, the thing that you often, like I like to buy rosé at the grocery store too, but you kind of get a really consistent product there, and it's not as like artisanal, and it's nice to every once in a while have a bottle of wine that is really different, kind of like opens your eyes and makes you think differently about what it can be.
All right, what's next?
Okay, final wine for today. This is Chateau de Arles Coral, as in coral. And this is also from France. This is from the Jura, so it is in the foothills of the Alps in eastern France. And this is what I would classify as like a dark rosé, or even trending towards a light red. This is a very traditional style of wine. It's a blend of all the grapes that they grow. Pinot Noir, Trousseau, and Pulsard, those are all red grapes. And then Chardonnay and Sauvignon, which are white grapes.
So I have kind of a dumb question for you. Is rosé always a blend? Is that what it is?
No, not always. Here I've bought 3 blends, but typically there's a lot of different ways to make rosé. You can press one grape really light.
It tastes more like a red wine.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
totally. I think this is a great wine for spring because you can have it with like a spring stir fry or something like that. It has a lot of body to it, so if you like red wine, you don't really like rosé, it's kind of a fun wine to have.
So you said there is a lot of accessible wines there. What's the most expensive wine you have on your menu? If someone really wanted to show off, what could they spend?
I mean, you can spend upwards of $1,000 on wine in our menu. We don't really go into the super high-end classic wines because that, I think, is something you can get at a lot of restaurants around here that isn't as special, and we like to keep our wine list kind of like unique and focused. But we've got things that are very pricey. If you want to spend $1,000 on champagne, come to me.
Yeah, beautiful.
And any tips for getting a coveted reservation there? I know it's a pretty hyped up place.
Actually, we've got a lot of reservations available.
Do you?
Wonderful.
Yeah, and so I would recommend everyone to come in. And, you know, we typically open reservations for the month and the following month at the same time.
Fantastic.
So just keep checking.
You can plan for those
Thanks for
planners
coming
out
in
there.
today, Reba. This
Thank
has
you
been
for having
great.
me.
You have such great style, too. It was the first thing we
appreciate it.
noticed when we
Rosé
came
cowboy.
in. We've got more info on Tomo up on our website, fox13seattle.com/Studio 13 Live.
Still ahead, we are sitting down with Kendall Tyson, the business intelligence